To be born in Finland might not feel like winning the lottery, but it isn't actually far from that. There's a great website called livetslotteri.se that lets you play with the exact probability of being born someplace. It works like this: you press a button on a page and the page will randomly select, based on how many babies were born in each country a year, a place where you would be born if you were born again. When you try it a couple of times, you start to see a pattern. Most of the time you get either China, India, or a country in sub-Saharan Africa. This, of course, reflects real life very well. I didn't choose to be born in Finland, and neither did anyone else in the world choose to be born where they did. It just happened. I wanted to make a short video explaining why the International Red Cross work with helping Syrian refugees in Europe would deserve some of the money the project will make. But it's really hard to discuss immigration in any meaningful way, since so many seem to have such strong opinions against it. A lot of people here want to maintain Finland as Finnish, and the same thought pattern is rising in many other countries. But what does it even mean? How are we different as humans if we've been born on the other side of these human-made, non-existent lines we call borders? I feel like a lot of people are resorting to nationalism when they simply fail to imagine other people complexly. They fail to see themselves as part of this big lottery, as if the wealth of their country was their privilege and the people in poor countries were doomed to having a poor life. There are obviously those who think we should first help our own nation's citizens before helping others. And I do see that there is an argument to be made in favor of that, but the thought that we should help our own people before helping others has a few big problems. First of all, even though it's true that there are many poor people in our first world countries whose situation we should try to improve, it's not even comparable to living in absolute poverty on a war zone. But more fundamentally, thinking that we must help us before them makes a distinction between us and them, further marginalizing and objectifying those who have already been marginalized. We must believe these people when they tell us they're miserable, and be empathetic. After all, nobody risks their life to get to Europe if their homeland is safe. Sometimes it's us who are in need of help, and sometimes it's we that are the ones who can provide help. Now it's the latter. People need help, but we can help them. The Red Cross helps these people from since they cross the border to when they've fully integrated to society. But resources are limited. The Red Cross is a non-profit organization facing a huge task, so I imagine every penny must be a blessing.